Hey guys, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson. So we're going to look today at 3 essentials for you guys to be able to hit a really great one-handed backhand. The first thing I want to go into is the idea of stepping into the ball. And I think a lot of you guys and girls out there who are using a one-handed backhand are utilizing a step, but I want to transform that into what I think is more of a lunge, because the step sometimes translates, when I'm watching club level players, into too short of a distance between the feet when you guys make that move to transfer your weight. And that's going to prohibit you guys from hitting a ball with as much pop and as much spin as you guys are seeing, you know, some better players out there doing. Okay, so first off, let's make sure that when you guys kind of initiate that step in, get a little more weight onto your left leg when you guys start that motion, because that's going to allow for the ability to drive off that back foot and be able to push out a little bit farther onto the right leg. Essentially what we're doing there is widening our base. All right, so our weight goes farther forward. We're going to get usually a little better below the tennis ball, because the farther that right foot comes out, you guys, the more I can drop. If you've ever tried to bend that front leg when the step is a little bit short, it becomes a little awkward. It's almost like you're dropping vertically down. And we want that feeling that, you know, we're kind of sinking just below the ball, but still having the ability to push our weight forward to the other side of the court. So let's really start to work on widening that base, turning what we call a step into more of a lunge position. Get that right leg really kind of structured out here. Feel that right leg flex when you guys transfer your weight forward. All right, secondly, really essential is this left hand. Way too often I'm seeing, you know, the left hand dropping off the racket way too early, even in this unit turn. All right, I like the feeling that the left hand is actually what's controlling the racket head. If I had my right hand off, I should still feel in that core turn the left hand really gripping the racket. And the reason this is so good is because it helps with my loop, and then it also balances out the end of the swing. I've got a much better chance to get that left hand stretching back and balance out this stroke when I go to hit, if that left hand is really a part of that initial move in the backswing. What I see a lot is, you know, we go to make that move, and right in about here, the left hand drops down, and we get that kind of spaghetti arm looking one-handed backhand where there's no thrust, there's no pop. It just kind of wiggles out from behind you and bumps the ball forward. This left hand, you guys, is a real key, essential component to making sure we get width in the backswing, we get that nice loop, and then we get that great full extension at the end of the swing. All right, and talking about the end of the swing, the third essential that I think really is going to set you guys apart from a lot of other one-handed backhand hitters is the wrist in the follow-through. Really often I see the finish on a one-handed backhand just look a little bit too stiff, where the right hand and the wrist are really kind of clutching the racket and not allowing the racket to make this nice move up and out. And you can see I'm only doing that with my wrist. And that move, you know, keeps me relaxed. It allows me to hit through the ball in pressure situations comfortably, but it also makes the ball explode off the racket. If you watch one right here where I kind of just lock that wrist into place, you know, I see a lot of people finishing like this, and they're creating, you know, not a lot of margin over the net, and the ball's coming off the racket pretty flat. So if you watch the wrist at the end of this swing, you know, that right there, you see Federer do that all the time, even when he's jammed up and didn't maybe, you know, knock off those first 2 components that we're talking about. Federer can get away with, go one more here, Mark, almost kind of even waiting and even just making that move. That just got a ton of spin and a ton of height over the net. So go out, practice all 3 of those things. I think you guys, if you can add those kind of incrementally into the arsenal. You're gonna really enjoy the results. And that's all I got for you today. So please click like below this video, and if you guys happen to be watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks, and we'll see you guys soon.